Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Sheet Radio Post-Raw Rewind Show. I am Tyler, the pro wrestling hipster at PW Hipster over on Twitter, Instagram, and the Pro Wrestling Hipster on Facebook. Gentlemen, let's go around and introduce ourselves and jump right into the main event this evening.
Hi, everybody. My name is Eduardo Bates. Again, in this show, I'm so excited to review the today Raw, and we will see what we have today.
Hey guys, as always, joining the boys here, sitting down. I am Caesar. I am at NoobTube on all the social media platforms. Not going to call the other one by that unique name, but as Tyler said it and Eduardo had pointed out, we're going to sit down and discuss this amazing 3 hours of, I guess, Christmas Raw. We'll call it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
The Happy Holidays edition of Raw. So the main event tonight was the Creed brothers taking on the Judgment Day for the unified, undisputed, whatever we're calling it, WWE Tag Team Championship. And, Judgment Day did pick up the victory here tonight. I got to say, I was a little surprised myself. I genuinely thought we were going to see the Creed brothers get the straps this evening. But, gentlemen, what did you think of tonight's main event?
I think that was a great match for the Creed brothers. The last week, I think was not the best appearance for the Creed brothers, but this week I think they won a lot of public. They have a great match, a great response for the public, and for me, they are now my favorites on the tag team division.
They did get a great crowd reaction by the end of the match.
Yeah.
And it's worth noting that, we were in Des Moines, Iowa tonight, which isn't a huge wrestling market. So for the crowd to be that alive at the end of a 3-hour show for them, I think that's a really good sign.
And they don't have a long time for the match, no?
Let's see. Looks like they went about 17 minutes tonight.
No, what's a good time?
That's still pretty good for TV too.
Yeah, and Caesar, you mentioned this kind of in our little pre-show chat.
Yeah,
that was a long commercial break. That last break they took tonight.
I don't know what they were promoting for you guys, but I know for my side, I was watching it on streaming platforms, and holy smokes, I could have went for a walk, a jog, walked my dog, went to the store. Hell, I could have visited you two on the time it took to come back from a break. Damn.
Yeah, it was very long.
Oh my goodness, that was woo.
But it was a great main event, I think. The result for me, I was with you, Tyler. I think that the Creed brothers will win the match, but okay, I can wait more weeks until they won the titles.
Can we address the elephant that I had mentioned earlier, like literally before we started streaming about that match? Because that kind of a little bit. I don't know if anyone else watching actually saw the shall we say the forbidden word botch of a finish, because I mean, I don't know how did they were they running overtime? I looked at the clock and it was 11, so could they cut it close, or was they supposed to end that way? Because what do you guys think on that one? Because shoulder,
it looked like his shoulder was up, especially like on the review. It looked like Julius did have his shoulder up. It could have been intentional. Yeah, this could be a way for them to set up for a rematch, perhaps at day one in 2 weeks, or even at the Royal Rumble.
I almost want to say Rumble, but I mean, looking at the card, looking at the, I don't know if we can go into this, but looking at day one's card, there's a lot of matches.
Yeah, that's true.
Number one contender matches, belt matches, singles matches. So I don't know. I feel like Rumble would be a better place, but
okay. Yeah,
that's just an opinion. That's just an opinion. Because like you guys are saying, the Creed brothers are getting a good pop in a place that's not a huge market, and Eduardo's a big fan now suddenly of them.
Yeah.
He's getting more into the Creed brothers. I mean, I can agree with that. So it's like maybe we should give them a little bit more time to, I guess, flounder, show off, give them a couple more matches, and then go, okay, guys, here's the new plan, Rumble. Where's it again? I can't remember. No, it's oh my god, Philadelphia. Oh my goodness,
that's Mania.
Oh my gosh,
Rumble's in Florida, isn't it?
Florida, yeah.
It's in Florida, fellas. It's in Florida. It is in Florida.
Thank you, getting out of his voice.
It's in Florida.
Thank you, secret voice.
Thank you,
Hello, Ryder.
Yeah. Separate separate entities.
I thought it was a hell of a main event. The Creed brothers looked absolutely fantastic. Had some great high spots. They on commentary, Cole's really putting them over, talking about their accolades as Greco-Roman wrestlers. Like they're really putting a lot of steam behind them.
Can we point out that one really sick move that I think it was Julius pulled off? He ran to the top corner and jumped right over, did a full flip onto Damian Priest. Or no, it was like a summit.
It was Priest, yeah. It was like a somersault and caught him with the leg on the back. Like it was picture perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're really giving the Creed some time to go. So it's.
Do you think they need a really manager?
No.
And like I like Ivy Nile for them, but like Ivy Nile comes across as Maxine Dupree levels of green.
Wasn't she wearing green tonight too?
I will say that being said, I did like the spot where she dropped Rhea like chin first on the apron. I thought that looked really good.
I thought she was gonna go backwards. I got excited. That would have been perfect, but whatever. They're setting it up for day one probably. So
yeah, and I really hope that Ivy Niles' match with Rhea Ripley goes better than the one that she had with Maxine Dupree last week. Because again, that was just awful.
Mm-hmm,
that was one of the worst matches I've seen on Raw. I want to say in the entirety of Raw's existence.
Oh no,
I agree.
I think of worse was, but
it was pretty bad.
We'll put that in the top 10.
The bottom 10. But gentlemen, anything else on this evening's main event?
Should have had the belt stage.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's
all we've got.
But we can wait. We can wait.
I'm saying it now. Royal Rumble. I'm saying it myself.
It's gonna happen at Rumble.
I'm thinking
I agree.
Rumble.
I
That'd
agree
be a
with the
pretty
Rumble.
big stage for them to do it on too.
Yeah, and like I said, like the fact that they got such a large reaction from again a smaller wrestling market. I mean, maybe the crowd was hot. It's Seth Rollins' home state. Like they were amped for that, but they were really loud at the end of a 3-hour show, and audiences are usually pretty worn out by the end of the main event.
There we go.
But all right, so let's loop around to the opening of tonight's show. We opened with the Judgment Day making their way to the ring for a Miracle on 34th Street fight, which I think they do just about every year. And this was R-Truth taking on JD McDonough, and R-Truth leading into this stated that it was going to be a loser leaves Judgment Day match. Again, R-Truth living in his little world that he is in Judgment Day. This week, he gave the shirt the treatment that JD did last week, where it said and R-Truth on the bottom of the shirt there. Now, there we are. Yep, and R-Truth.
I want that t-shirt.
Yeah. Merchandise.
I say this so often, but my God, R-Truth is just a national treasure.
He is.
He's so fantastic. He's always fun. I will say I'm a little conflicted on putting Judgment Day in comedy bits. Just because, at some point they have to turn the flame on Damian Priest if he's going to be going after a world title. They have to make him look a little more serious and a little more vicious. And while the segments are fun, I don't think it's doing a lot for Judgment Day's credibility.
The Judgment Day doesn't have any credibility, I mean,
wow. Wow.
They're just the truly bad guys of Raw, but if you compare with other bad guys, you can compare with Evolution.
I mean, that's fair. Like the only one who's, overly successful is Rhea Ripley. She has title retentions. She dominates almost every match she's in from start to finish. But you're right. Otherwise, Dom would always skirt by with wins, but when left to his own devices, loses. Balor and Balor's been whittled down a little bit, I think, in this as a tag team. I don't feel like they have a lot of actual tag matches together. but you're right. They don't really have a whole lot of credibility as it is.
I think these segments with truth are a great idea for me because I was sick about every single week. The opening and the ending of the show was with the Judgment Day on. I'm a villain, And now this new story with truth. It's something fresh. I love this idea of R-Truth join the Judgment Day. I think the people love this idea. So
It is
I'm
fun.
happy. I'm happy with this. And I'm happy too that we have in the opening the funny story, and in the ending we have these villains, So I'm happy with this angle with Truth.
He's got a point.
It was a fun match. It was a fun, kind of holiday street fight. Candy cane kendo sticks and throwing Christmas trees. That Christmas tree toss when he hit JD, that was pretty vicious.
And I think we all agree we all prefer Truth.
Oh yeah,
about JD, no?
Without even a second thought, yeah. Hands down, R-Truth, as to quote Tyler, is a national treasure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He can do anything. I will watch R-Truth do absolutely anything they want him to do. He's always entertaining.
I still watch that video from 5 years ago, maybe before pandemic, when he challenged Paul Heyman at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar broke down laughing hard. So that's got to tell you something. If R-Truth can make him break down, that's a pretty big win.
Well, and Priest said it in that promo last week, and I think there was some genuine truth to it. Everybody likes R-Truth. I don't know that I've ever met a wrestling fan, and I've met and talked to a lot of fans in my life. I don't think I've met a single one that's like, oh, I don't like R-Truth, or I don't think R-Truth is funny. Everybody likes R-Truth. And R-Truth gets the win tonight in 10 minutes, which, as we saw later in the show, JD McDonough is sadly not cast out of Judgment Day, and R-Truth will not be taking his spot.
But he's only there for now, apparently, according to Priest, for now.
God, JD McDonough.
I think this, I don't know, this is like something that comes to my mind. I want to see a match in WrestleMania with R-Truth against JD. I don't know, just for be the real part of the Judgment Day.
He's not wrong. That could be interesting.
This is like a much better version of when Disco Inferno wanted to join the Wolfpack.
Oh my God!
This is just heads and shoulders above that because R-Truth is far superior in every way to Disco Inferno.
Disco Inferno.
Yeah, people actually like R-Truth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, kidding.
Don't bring Disco Inferno down upon us. That'll.
Holy crap, man! That's terrible. But let's.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun match. Good opening match. The audience was super into everything R-Truth was doing. Judgment Day got the heel reactions they usually get. Dom nearly gets booed out of the building, but pretty solid. So, gentlemen, anything else on tonight's opening match?
Love for Truth.
Our truth, power to R-Truth, man. That's all I got to say too.
Yeah.
Man. All right. So moving forward, we had a quick backstage segment with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter hyping the women's tag title opportunity they would be having later this evening. And then Nia Jax made her way to the ring. Oh, see, wake up. The match hasn't happened yet, man. We got 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks. How are you going to last 2 weeks? Are you just going to burst with excitement before day one?
I'm just going to birth with excitement and then fall asleep and then birth with more excitement.
But we had set. So Nia Jax come out. She was going to cut a promo and then interrupted immediately by the man, Becky Lynch. Big time Bex.
Can I say one thing really quickly because it needs to be said? That part before Bex came out was officially Nia's best promo ever. I don't know about you, but as soon as that happened, I was just like, yes, best ever. I mean, not bad. Not bad. But anyways, back to you.
But
Well, we have another appearance of Nia Jax, and finally, we maybe have the idea for what he come back face Becky Lynch, and I think, of course, Becky Lynch will win the match.
Yeah. I really don't know what else the plan for Nia could be. I think it was possible that it was Jade Cargill, and they've put that on the back burner.
Nice.
You know, perhaps seeing that she needs, you know, a little more work than they thought. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. I'm really torn on this. I could see Nia going over Becky if there's someone else that is destined to beat Nia.
I mean, there's a couple ways we could spin this.
What if Nia wins the Rumble?
Which one? Just kidding. kidding.
The royal one.
Oh my
no,
God.
I haven't actually given a lot of consideration to whom I think might actually win the.
See, the other thing we got to figure out, because they've done it in the past, is what if, let's say they have 27, was it 30 women still, right? So they have 30 women, but what if they have like 5 open spaces for returns and, dare we say, debuts? That's the part that'll kind of screw up our predictions in that regard. Because, like, what if today you guys go, okay, Jax is gonna win, and then all of a sudden at the Rumble, you know, individual shows up and just tears the house down. So that's what sucks about it. Whenever we have to wait until the actual show.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, you know, one of the only things we can say with certainty is that, you know, something like Charlotte Flair just went down with a knee injury, so, you know, we know Charlotte won't be coming back for that. Is there? Well, it's really hard to say. I mean, I could see Nia winning it and going after Rhea Ripley, and then Rhea Ripley being the one to put Nia down.
Please.
But a heel versus heel?
I mean, let's be fair. Rhea gets cheered. I know the Judgment Day are heels, but the audience was chanting, "Let's go, mommy."
Yeah. Oh my God, I know.
Tonight. So, I mean, I think that she would undoubtedly be cheered over Nia Jax. Although I think most of the women on the roster would be cheered over Nia Jax.
Yeah. Well, we gotta sugarcoat that one. But I guess going forward, well, we can all kind of agree that something's gonna happen that day one between those two, right? If Nia wins, it's through some shenanigans, and if Becky wins, it's gonna be there's some definite ass kicking, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a simple fight. It's going to be a good 15-minute, probably, or 10-minute fight.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I worry about Nia hurting people, and I would, you know, she hasn't hurt anyone since she's been back, as far as I know. But like, I don't know. I don't get excited for Nia Jax matches.
No,
and I like Becky Lynch. No. I always love watching Becky work, but it's just like oh cool, Nia's on the card, and I can't make myself care. I can't do it.
Yeah, you're speaking for the table. It sounds like, if anything, we're all just kind of like, cool, Nia's here.
Cool.
Yeah. Woo!
And it's to me, it's not even in the way that like people boo her in the same way they boo Dom. You know, you want to see Dom lose. You're there to watch him get his ass kicked. I genuinely just don't care to see Nia's matches. I don't want to see her lose. And there's wrestlers. There was a long period of time where, you know, I was tuning in to see Roman Reigns lose. You know, but even it's like, it was because at the time I didn't like the character. This is a little pre-Bloodline before I really, you know, kind of started to understand and respect his heel work more. But, you know, I would tune in to watch him lose, and it's just like, I don't want to tune in to watch Nia lose. I don't want to watch Nia.
No. But do you think that maybe in some point you will love the idea to see Nia get destroyed? But I don't know.
Maybe like she could do something to win me over. I've talked about this, you know, we'll talk about it here coming up shortly with The Miz. The Miz is one of those guys. I did not care. I didn't want to see him on TV. I just didn't want him there at all. And, you know, over time, he won me over with his work. But yeah, with Nia, like, she would have to do something pretty spectacular to make me give a rat's ass about her matches.
Royal Rumble, Shooting Star Press, let's go. If you can see that happen, Could you?
People will die. All right, so moving along. We had our first in multiple Kofi Claus segments. It is the holiday Christmas rendition of Raw this week, as there will be no new Raw next week. They're going to have a clip show. He was walking around, gave out some Yeet merch because they can do that now.
I have a question for you. I don't know if I was the only, but what happened? This actually is a T-shirt, or it's just like a blur for the camera? That's what I don't know.
I didn't even realize it. Yeah, I didn't even realize that the Yeet was blurred.
It is, in fact, a T-shirt you can buy.
Oh my god!
So they have a blurred Yeet T-shirt.
Did someone at the company screw up the pressings?
There's more than
yeah,
one
because I saw that T-shirt and I was like, is that a blur for the camera?
Everyone I've seen on social media is like, are my eyes messing with me? Am I seeing this properly? Everybody.
Okay, so that's on purpose. Okay, all right.
But like, why blur?
Probably because there was that 1 week where they blurred it out in the recap video.
They could have easily just put like Yeet and like a piece of like a square or rectangle across that says like Jey Uso or something like that, or like main event. Yeah. But the blur hurts our eyes. But anywho, let's get into something a little more important, like that match you're mentioning.
Right. So moving on from the Kofi Claus segment backstage.
Kofi.
I will say real quick before we get to the match, I did enjoy the quick backstage segment there with DIY and The Miz.
That was cool.
It was nice to see DIY, even though it was brief, get a little bit of time to talk, show a little bit of personality on camera, and I think that's a good sign for them too, because we talked about last week they actually got a good reaction from the crowd, and tonight they got a little little backstage mic time, which is fantastic. And it's never bad to rub elbows with The Miz. At this point the man's a legacy star.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see them get a little mic time. But that led us into the Intercontinental Championship. The Ring General Gunther taking on The Miz. If The Miz loses, which he did, he can never get a IC title shot as long as Gunther holds the belt. Gentlemen, the match went 21 minutes. What did you think of the IC title match?
I get a sleep in this match, so I'm sorry. I can't speak for me. Yeah. I don't know if it's good or bad, but maybe I was tired, so I'm sorry.
Okay, that's
I've heard that it was The Miz's best match, period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever. Ever.
This is his best. Yeah, absolutely. This is the best match The Miz has ever had.
I need to see that match now.
His chest was completely just covered in like marks. Holy crap.
Like the Miz really stepped outside of his, Daniel Bryan said soft wrestling style, but he really stepped outside of that for this. It was spectacular bell to bell. Like I said, like the Miz really he dug deep for this. He came across as tough, which is, something that's difficult for the Miz to do. I think when the Miz tries to act all like mean and tough, it just comes across as kind of like, oh, the Miz is being tough. Look at him.
You're so cute.
But it made him look tough. It made him look more badass. It almost, and this is going to be a weird thing to compare it to, but the match that Mankind had with Shawn Michaels at the Mind Games pay-per-view.
Holy crap.
It made Shawn Michaels look like a badass. It made him look tough to take the kind of damage and punishment that Mick Foley was dealing out to him in that match. And that's how this looked with Gunther and Miz. There were a few times in the match where, Gunther had him down and the Miz would just mouth off to him and just get chopped again. Like just asking for more. And I thought the Miz looked great here. But sorry, I'll back off a little bit. Gentlemen, what did you think of the other than, I guess, as you said, Eduardo, you didn't really see the match, so you will have to go back and watch it.
I need to see the match now.
It was something. It is worth it. Put your feet up, grab a drink, rewatch the whole thing. No, what I was gonna say is, and I said this in our group chat, Gunther needs to be pushed like main, like one of the two belts. I don't know when they would do it, but he needs to be pushed up higher because the way he carries himself with the IC belt, not that picture, but no, like the way he carried himself out after he had that match, he left the ring, he talked to Imperium, left the building, and you feel like he's either going to go for Seth's belt or Roman's belt down the road because it's his aura. Like it's just something about him.
Yeah, I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I think they need to get the World Championship off of Seth, so that Seth and Punk's feud can just be about them hating each other, and then get the. I need the belt off of Seth for this, and more importantly, I need the briefcase off of Priest.
All right, I agree with that.
Let me throw this out here because you brought this up. So I had a coworker. We were mentioning he's a huge wrestling fan at my work, and every once in a while he'll talk to me, be like, "Hey, did you watch this? Did you watch this?" We'll talk for a bit. He goes up to me and he's like, "So, did you see what happened on Raw last week?" I said, "Yeah, I saw this." He's like, "How about that Punk and Rollins thing?" And like you said it, Tyler, it's like get the belt off of him, just let them duke it out. Hell, make it a hardcore match. You let them destroy each other for 20 minutes. And he's like, "Why not the belt?" And I looked at him with a straight face and I was like,
but now in this new Triple H era, do you think that we can see a main event in WrestleMania without the world champion?
Yes and no.
Yeah. Because I think that match needs to be the main event.
It's going to be the main event of night one. I think without question will be the night one main event.
The way we look at it is this. Yes, if it's a good match, as like you guys are saying, Punk versus Rollins, but no, because some people think that a belt needs to be put as the big prize. Yeah. And so it's two ways to look at it. But to quote Tyler, there you go. Yeah, night two should be definitely like main prize, main event. Night one should be like
it's gonna be Cody and Roman.
That's what I'm saying. Night one should be like big feud finish. Let's put these guys here, and then night two, That's how it should be. Yeah. So it's a big one.
But I think that Gunther is definitely world title bound in one way.
Definitely.
I mean, all of his matches just looked brutally physical, and again, just there were several near falls tonight where I actually thought the Miz might be winning it.
I know.
Like, I believed it a couple of times, and that's impressive because I'm someone who at this point is of the belief that Chad Gable is going to take the IC title from Gunther.
Oh, he's
probably at Mania. But I thought a couple times for sure the Miz was going to take it. He hit a skull crushing finale off of the second rope.
You beat me to that one.
Like some fantastic spots in there. But
I need to see the match.
Yeah,
you do.
It's good, man. But I hope that I hope this is kind of a permanent change for the Miz. Like maybe this is going to be the next section of his career, having these bigger, more physical matches.
Maybe like John Cena. No?
Yeah.
Is he older than Cena? No,
he's got to be a little bit younger than Cena.
I think. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure the Miz is like maybe like just into his 40s because we know Cena is like 45. There's no way in hell Miz is older. I think he's like 40, 41. I'm gonna
43.
Okay, fine. I was
43.
Wrong. Whatever.
43. Yeah,
I was off by a couple of years.
Yeah,
but no, I agree with you guys. Yeah, more physical, harder matches. Every once in a while, throw in one here there.
So now you don't see. You want to see more of the Miz like this,
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to see him now as the Intercontinental Champion?
Down the road, yeah.
Because if the Miz won that title, Gunther don't lose anything.
Just the belt.
Yeah, just the belt. But he's now a superstar. So
I agree. When whenever Gunther loses the IC title, I don't think it'll hurt Gunther, but I think it will. And again, I'm hoping for Chad Gable. I think it's going to make whoever beats him. And I think that Chad Gable beating Gunther at WrestleMania, Gunther's not going to lose any steam from that, but Chad Gable is going to gain a lot.
A rocket ship.
I have the problem that you say for the Judgment Day with Gable. Now, if they gonna do that, I think we need to see a more strong Gable, a more serious Gable.
Yeah,
I agree.
Drop the gimmicks and all that jazz and just go straight for it. I mean,
stop it with the shoosh and the thank you and all that.
Well, I mean, when he wins a match, sure, just to be appropriate,
Yeah.
but don't run around like fling it in everyone's face. Dare I say, maybe stick with like a color change for the Alpha Academy. Go with like a black or like a red, as you guys said, more serious for a bit.
No.
2024.
Hey, lot to be had in the coming year. But anything else on that match this evening?
Can we?
I need to see the match.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Can we get the elephant out of the room right now, because it's one of Tyler's favorite matches? Can we get it out of the way?
Well, we've got.
Or is there something else in the way first? Oh, something else in the way, I think.
We've got a couple things before we get there. I think.
Okay,
I've got
I'm reading my notes here too.
Yeah. We've got a couple things here before we get there.
I just want to ditch it out of the way. That's why I was trying to get to it really quick. But all right, let's go for it.
Don't worry. So we had a quick backstage segment where we established that Gunther will be taking a few weeks off TV to reflect and recharge, and that he'll be paying attention to what Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci do. And again, we had another Kofi Claus segment, and they were not pleased with Kofi Claus's antics.
What a dick!
Quite angry. They are. They are mean.
Come on, man.
You know what? Couple of heels. You know.
Right. Who
but,
would do something?
But then moving on, we had story time with Shinsuke Nakamura reading The American Nightmare Before Christmas. Groan.
It officially happened. It officially happened. He spoke in English for it.
That's something you can, and that's something else I would say about this segment. It happened.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was.
Do it for Dusty.
Even the barcode is still on the other sign. The barcode is still there.
Oh my god! But no, it was fine. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting it to be. I guess it could have been more over the top and more hokey. So I'm grateful that it wasn't.
It was.
Hold on a minute. 1 second. I'm sorry. This is a screenshot from the show, right?
Yeah.
That says "you're" like you are.
Thank you. I noticed it too.
What? No way.
Father. Someone's fired.
That made television?
Jesus. What the hell?
That's great. I didn't even. I just saw this right now. That's hilarious.
Someone's fired in production.
Okay, that's funny. No, continue.
Thank you, mysterious voice.
Thank you.
But Nakamura was reading from a book and then got jumped by Cody.
I just love how you just heard Cody screaming as he came right down the hallway and just like swinging at Nakamura. Now,
I will say I feel badly for the security personnel that work these wrestling shows. These men are just trying to do their jobs, and what do they get? A suicide dive from Cody Rhodes. I mean, come on. Do these men get hazard pay? This is ridiculous.
We have to speak to their agents right now.
Call Adam Pearce?
No, I think it's Pierce. I think it's somebody else. It's a Raw GM. It's a laptop.
I think for the Today Show we have a lot of time for the mid card, and we have a little time for these big superstars, and maybe for the time and they get rest and whatever. So for me, well, we'll talk about later, but I think this for me touched the show a little more difficult to watch for me, just a little, because I want to see more of these stars like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and whatever. But this segment in particular was good to build more this rivalry. I think again we will see lose Nakamura, so he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job, but again, like with Kaiser, always they do a great job as the heels, but they lose. And when we go more forward to WrestleMania, they will forget about everything about Nakamura.
Yeah. I mean, that has seemed to have been Nakamura's role since he's been back. he has these programs and he loses every one of them. And I will say, yeah, he's not there. He's going to lose to Cody. I think it's going to be a great match. I look forward to the match itself. Have we had a one-on-one match between Nakamura and Cody?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that the last week, no,
or
it was just a segment.
They haven't had like a one-on-one match since this angle started, right?
Maybe no. But again,
notes.
Nakamura is great. This new character is amazing. But when he only lose, I truly don't care.
Yeah, I feel like it's similar to how they've kind of done Rey Mysterio as a face. Rey loses most of his major programs, and it's fine. He's not super hurt by it, but after a point, you just kind of expect them to never win. And I think we might be starting to get there with Nakamura.
And maybe the fall of Gunther will help to these wrestlers that are in this position, like they are just losing or they don't have the title for them, like the IC.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like Nakamura being that'd be great. Chad Gable and Nakamura in a program for the IC title. That'd be some fantastic matches.
Yeah,
I mean, and honestly, like that's a program that you could even main event one of the minor pay-per-views with. Or PLEs. Sorry, PLEs.
Yeah,
don't come after me, Hunter. Don't come after me.
That hurt my head.
Blocked.
Yeah, blocked.
We get blocked.
But moving on, we had a quick backstage segment with Akira Tozawa requesting a match, which we would later find out is going to. We'll talk about it when we get there.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best part of the show.
Lord.
Tyler's favorite match.
Jeez.
Yeah, Adam Pearce segment. Yeah.
So yeah, a quick Adam Pearce segment. I would say always enjoy Adam Pearce. I think I'm going to go out and say it. Adam Pearce, I think, is my favorite general manager that they've ever had for a Raw or SmackDown. Sorry, Teddy Long. Sorry, playa. I think Adam Pearce is my favorite. He is brilliant in this role. He plays stressed out middle manager so well.
Was it like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? When he had like the whole locker room breakdown, he started freaking out and almost like wanting to throw down. Yeah, that was a pretty big one.
Yeah.
He's so good. Oh. Absolutely love him.
But
we also saw Bronson Reed approach him and inquire about how he's making his decision or what he's planning to how to establish the next contender for Gunther's IC title.
I'm saying it now. You can quote me if you want. Day 1 4-way number 1 contender. I'm saying that. That's my guess.
Yeah. So obviously Reed would be in that scenario. Who else do you have there? Obviously
Gable, Kofi, Ricochet.
Oh, okay.
Because last week
it was Gable, Kofi, and Ricochet that went into his office last week, right? So, So there you go. And who do you have winning that?
I think they will go with Bronson Reed just for the show, just to have that match.
Would that would be the Royal Rumble? Then that would be IC title.
Yeah, just for the transition, a transition match.
Okay, he's got what?
Meat. He said Bronson Reed versus Gunther. Like that's fucking meat. Those are two big meaty men.
Wade Barrett would love to be on commentary for that. Two meat planets.
Oh, they're going for it.
Monday Night Meat. We'll get to Monday Night Meat.
Meat
the actual quote. I swear, I'm going to have to start doing like my favorite Wade Barrett commentary line every week.
That should be.
This week it might be Monday Night Meat. Last week it was yeeting good in the neighborhood. But anyway, it was.
You need to do T-shirts about that.
Yeah, we do. That's what we need that printed up. But
not the yeet blur.
Yeeting good in the neighborhood. So we had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven taking on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And a little bit of a surprise here. Carter and Chance capture the titles in 10 minutes, which I'm fine with, honestly. This could be the arm that the division needs. They were doing nothing with the belts on Green and Niven, which is a shame because I think Chelsea Green's character is fantastic. I think Piper Niven is much better as herself than she was as Dewdrop.
Thank God.
But they weren't doing anything with the titles with them. So I'm glad for that reason that they shifted to Carter and Chance. But wasn't it Carter and Chance who lost the NXT Women's Tag titles when they combined them, or was that a different team? Am I misremembering that?
I'm drawing a blank personally.
But they won the belts, which is nice. You know, they're an actual tag team. Again, I was fine with Niven and Green, but they were just kind of shoved together when Niven basically said, "I'm your tag partner now." So I do like that they put the belts on an actual established team.
Yes.
They've got some really sick tandem moves that they do.
Dude,
they're really skilled in the ring, and they were getting a crowd reaction by the end of the match. I think they have a little ways to go, but maybe putting the straps on them, that might get that crowd reaction just, for them being the champs.
So for me personally, I do agree that they weren't doing very much with the Chelsea Green Piper Niven angle, but I didn't know that Katana and Kaden had two tandem moves. I thought they only had the one with the where they picked her up, turned around, and then dropped her. I thought they had just that, and then they did two tonight.
Yep.
So I was like, whoa.
I love that we finally have tag team champions that are really a tag team. And I love also that we have time for them. They only have 10 minutes, but in other time, we only have like 2 minutes.
Maybe what is it? Like Rumble, maybe they'll get 20 minutes.
Yeah. And I think this is not the end for Chelsea Green. This is just the beginning. I think so. The division needs Chelsea Green.
She's such a good character
as a heel.
Mm-hmm.
As a heel. I don't know how they could work her as a face, but she's just so fun. But like as a heel though, it's it's like for me, it's not the kind of heel that I want to just hate. It's a heel that I find very entertaining. Like when they were doing the social media videos of her, freaking out and going full Karen on people, like I thought those were really brilliant. Like it's a fun character. So I'd kind of like to see her moved back into the singles competition.
Yeah, but I think for now, the tag team division, the women's tag team division needs Chelsea Green and Piper Niven for a time. We have other tag teams, but those two are the stars of that tag team division.
Yeah, let them run with the belts for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Really establish that. And it looked like tonight as well, they were kind of teasing that we might actually get Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark as a official tag team, which is there we are. But Daddy's so good.
I love how it doesn't say anything about number one contender. It just shows their names.
So yeah, we will be getting Baszler and Zoe Stark. They've been kind of palling around backstage for a few weeks anyway. So get them. But I mean, Natty always delivers in the ring. Like I said, I like Zoe Stark. I don't think she was quite ready for that, upper card role she was thrust into with Rhea Ripley last month. But yeah, so one of those teams will likely be facing Carter and Chance going forward. But no, solid match again. Like I said, 10 minutes. It actually felt a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but it was pretty quickly paced.
Yeah. It was good. Entertaining.
And I didn't really realize how small Carter and Chance are.
No, Kaden? Yeah. No.
Yeah, like
Katana.
Katana. Like Katana, like there was that one spot where she got shoulder bumped by Piper Niven, and just the size differential between them.
Yeah.
Like keep Nia Jax away from Carter and Chance.
And Kyrie.
Kyrie. All the Kabuki warriors.
If you know, actually, not Asuka can handle. Apparently. But no, like those individual women we just mentioned, keep Anaya the hell away from those three.
Please, far
Stay away.
Yeah. I don't know you.
So moving on, we had a quick backstage segment that established that the next match on the card was going to be Tozawa, which love Tozawa, but Tozawa taking on Ivar of the fucking Viking Raiders.
So
you know, now just for you, I love when I see Ivar.
See, okay, I want to.
This is the time to stop the gimmick. His partner's gone. Like, just drop it, or take him off TV for 6 weeks and bring him back as like a normal character. It's awful every week. The promos are so bad. I hate the entrance. Why do you need a shield? Why isn't she wearing shoes? Why can't Valhalla, Sarah Logan? Why can't she have shoes? And why doesn't she wrestle more? She's a good wrestler. Like,
yeah, a great wrestler.
We're waiting for her debut.
Like, she was in that 6-man tag with the Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy. But it's just I hate this gimmick so much. And the match was fine. I don't think anyone expected Tozawa to win this. It went about 4 minutes. I think that puts us in the squash category. But they did let Tozawa have some shine in there. He looked good a few times, really had some, super quick speed kicks in. But if you are like a normal person that see all the shows, last week we have this match between Bronson Reed and Ivar, these two monsters, like you said, meat planets. Yeah. And now Akira Tozawa have a chance to truly win against Ivar. That's something that for me, it's not like this is not working for me.
Did you guys see that sign in the background there? It said skip.
Boring.
Yeah, it's
Tyler's favorite sign.
The only thing that I love about this match is we have more time for Akira Tozawa, and I think it's interesting for me. It's funny. He's a great wrestler, and I think they can do something like Truth with Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, he's super entertaining.
That's amazing. Yeah,
he's incredibly talented in ring. He's really good at comedy, and this was like a good like little underdog big guy match. But yeah, it was going to be Ivar, and it's because I don't know what they're really doing with Ivar. He's getting wins, but I don't really know that they have some sort of plan for him.
The highest I could see him going is like the IC belt, if that's the highest.
Mm-hmm. He can go for the world heavyweight.
Yeah.
If they build a strong character,
I don't want to watch Seth Rollins wrestle Ivar.
Not the Ivar, the Viking Ivar, a new Ivar. I think.
See, this is what we need. Like, just drop the gimmick, and just like. This is the time frame when I was going to a lot of Ring of Honor shows. Like, I watched them live just tear it up over and over, and they didn't need some stupid gimmick. Like,
skip.
See, there is I know WWE
Captain Caveman.
Woo! WWE doesn't have one of these, but if they did, maybe Ivar could go for the TV title if they ever had one. You think?
Yeah, but I wouldn't even want them adding more titles.
No, I mean, if they had one, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, that's like as far as I would get him is like a TV belt.
Like, the IC title division is going to be very different post Gunther.
Yeah.
Like, so I think we're going to have a lot more, probably, obviously quicker title reigns again. I don't think anyone will ever hold this belt as long as Gunther has.
No.
So, but like, I think that it's going to be a very different division. So I think, Ivar could be in the IC title picture post Gunther. Like, I could see him absolutely being an opponent for Chad Gable. they would have a hell of a match. Like I said, he's a really good wrestler. I say this just about every time I rant about the Raiders. They're both really good wrestlers. It's just an incredibly absurd gimmick that I wish would stop. Triple H, you're better than this.
You will start love that character someday.
I don't remember when it was, but I do remember a few matches where Ivar would just pull off some wild flips like he's a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
So, he's agile for a dude his size. Absolutely.
Why can't we bring that back? And again, like Tyler's saying, Triple H, come on, man, give us what we want.
Skip.
You're better than this. You're better than this. All right. So moving on, we had a quick little shout out to Steve Austin. Happy birthday, Stone
Happy
Cold.
birthday.
And also happy birthday, Trish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They share a birthday. How about that?
It's not 316, though.
Crazy world.
It's not 316.
But this brought us into the third hour of the show, and Seth Rollins made his way to the ring to cut a promo in which he would be interrupted by Drew. Gentlemen. Yeah, that outfit. So that jacket was so bad. But here's the thing. It got worse when he took the jacket off.
I'm sorry. But I truly love I love the outfit. I'm sorry.
He looks like a poinsettia.
A mariachi band member.
Yeah.
Eduardo's like, yep.
I love that outfit with the jacket. I'm sorry.
Also, were his shades covered in nails, or was I seeing things, or like thumbtacks or something?
What's up with Nikki Cross? What's up? Why are they doing
I didn't see that.
Oh my god!
What knowledge? What the go to commercial?
What the hell?
I didn't even notice her back
She's a
there.
big fan. She's a big fan. Next week she's in the stands somewhere. Hey, the hard chat will see her in the crowd somewhere. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. I can't. Holy crap!
But Seth made his way to the ring. Drew interrupted. Came out. He said he was proud of Seth for standing up to CM Punk when everyone else was just, looking the other way and forgetting and forgiving and all that jazz. This was an interesting promo. Drew seemed really serious there for a minute. He was talking about, missing moments with family and not being there when his parents were sick, and how eventually they're not there any longer. This feud feels oddly real and oddly personal, and I wonder if that's by design, because that's the direction that after this Seth will be continuing to go in with CM Punk.
Sean Ross Sapp reports that this actually mirrors a lot of what's going on with Drew McIntyre in his personal life right now, where he's going through a lot, but he hasn't asked for any time off, and he's working through it. So I imagine that's where the personal feeling comes from.
And he hasn't signed a new contract yet, correct?
Yeah, he hasn't signed yet, but it seems like they're about to start moving towards signing people. Dominic just signed a new contract. Rey Mysterio just signed a new contract, and there's a report that they're going to start talking to free agents that they had stopped talking to as well. Cough, cough, Mercedes.
It's boss time.
Boss time.
Oh my!
Skip.
Yeah, skip.
But pretty solid promo, gentlemen. What did you think?
Pretty solid promo. Again, for me, this was like the show for the mid-card and the stars. Okay, we will do a promo to continue with our story, and that's it. Again, it was a great promo, strong promo. I love this new performance of Drew McIntyre. I want to see the metamorphosis of the character, and now begin like a crazy monster, meat monster. I can wait. I think they will do it in some point.
Now, the question I got to ask, because we're on this topic right now. So, was it day one they have their match, right? Day one?
Yep.
2 weeks.
So, yeah. So, what do you guys think? day one, Drew takes it, and then Punk and Rollins start, or
No,
no?
no.
Because
For me, I know CM Punk and Rollins can work without the title,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
but if that happened, who will win the Royal Rumble? Gunther.
He's our mysterious voice man is not wrong actually on that one.
But he's the
My money's
IC
still on,
champion.
I'm still on Cody. I'm still saying Cody wins the Rumble.
Cody again? Oh my god.
No, but like hear me out, okay? Like let's just say it does go that way, right? Day one, Drew takes the belt. Punk goes off, or not Punk, sorry. Oh my goodness. Rollins goes off for a bit to heal because his back. Comes back like the Rumble, and that's when they start the Punk Rollins storyline for whatever match they want to do at Mania. Could that be a thing?
Maybe.
Because we don't want to, dare we say, blow the load right away and be like, here, take everything you want for a match.
Right.
We don't want to do that. You want to be like, okay, listen, or what is it? We want Hunter to cook and build up stuff. We want to be interested. We want to sit here and wait. We want to have these
There
podcasts.
we are.
That's the kitchen.
Trips
We
and
have
HBK in the kitchen.
Yeah, we have these podcasts for a reason.
What if this is the perfect place for Damien Priest to cash the money in the bank, and they will go with a match against in Mania with McIntyre against Priest. They do the Punk against Rollins without the title, and Jey Uso will go against his brother.
Yeah, I like that. The
only part that I'm not too much of a fan of is because I'm trying to process is the McIntyre Priest angle at like Mania.
You have truth in there. Maybe they will turn Damien into a face. I don't know.
I think Damien can work as a face.
I agree.
But I mean, they could potentially spin the fracture of the Judgment Day into a face turn for him. They'd have to do it carefully, and I'm not really sure how they could pull that off, but I'm sure that there is a way to do that.
It'd have to be over time, that's for sure. There's not like okay, I'm switching by guys. It's like what's it called? Messed up endings of matches, people costing each other the matches, people getting in the way, that kind of stuff.
Well, and I don't think it should be a face turn of he's kicked out of the Judgment Day, so now he's a face. I think that's damaging, and that's a hard way to turn someone face. That's basically what happened to Seth Rollins several years ago when the Authority kicked him out, and then he's like, "Hey guys, cheer me." It's like no, it's like you're the shit-licking heel that got kicked out of the heel group. Like that doesn't make you a good guy. That makes you like just sad.
You're just sad.
Yeah. But like I could see them trying to turn him face out of this.
But also for me, I want to see the set against Punk with the World Heavyweight Champion.
Time will tell. We will see where we go here.
We got what, 4 months? At least?
Yeah. Let's see. Rumble. I mean, Punk will be in the Rumble.
Yeah.
I don't. Well, he will be wrestling before then, just not on television. He's going to be, as he said, he's wanted to punch Dom in the face since he was 9 years old.
Please, on TV.
It's a
Where
real shame.
was this man? What are we doing here? They gave him his Christmas break early.
It's all in that contract. He's getting that Roman Reigns treatment.
One match a year.
Or an Edge treatment.
Yeah. But it's a real shame that Madison Square Garden show won't be aired anywhere. But moving on, we had Kofi Claus. Another appearance coming up to the fans there, tossing presents, and then he got jumped by Kaiser and Vinci. Which is so. Yeah, I feel like it's not pro wrestling Christmas if someone dressed as Santa Claus doesn't get the crap knocked out of him a little bit. It's a tradition. It's like TNA with the turkey suit. This is, I guess, Impact Wrestling. Well, I guess it is going to be TNA again. Actually, it's going to be. They're going back. But it's wrestling holiday tradition to have Santa get beat up a little bit. But this led to Jey Uso making the save, and that led to a match of Jey Uso taking on Ludwig Kaiser. Jey took the win. Yeet in 10 minutes. Crowd super into Jey. This was just kind of a. I really hate to say it. It was kind of a filler match.
Dare I say a Christmas present?
It was present near Christmas. Yeet. Solid match though. Kaiser's great in the ring. Jay's great in the ring. The crowd is definitely into Jey. When he's landing those yeet punches, I don't think there's a single person not yelling yeet
in the building or on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing it. All the animals ran out of the room. Yeet, and everyone barks at me. Cats just scatter. But no, it's definitely over. Yeet is over.
Yeah,
without question.
There's no doubt about that one.
Yep, that's the blurry Yeet shirt. That makes me want to check my prescription.
I officially feel like I just gained like 9 years of my life. Like, I feel like I'm hammered looking at that T-shirt.
Yeah.
Cop pulls you over. Sir, what's in your T-shirt? Oh, I don't know.
I don't think if you're getting pulled over by a cop, you don't want to be wearing a Yeet shirt anyway. That's not a good look.
I mean, you get that one time that cop is a fan.
Talking about police pulling people over during an Uso segment. You guys.
Right?
You guys.
Who is that man? Who's that police?
Vince McMahon.
What are we doing here?
Yoshi's Island, Kofi's Island.
Kofi's Island.
I'd play that.
Oh my god! I don't know who did that, but bless you and Merry Christmas.
TKO made it.
Kofi's Island in the 7 stars.
Oh my god!
Super Kofi Island.
Oh jeez.
But it was a great match, solid match. The only problem, I'm the one for the problems. We have Kaiser losing again.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that
continues the inevitable fracture of Imperium, which they kind of keep going back and forth with each week.
But the only thing is, like, if they do break them up, what's going to happen? Because they're obviously going to all take singles runs, or do they write them off for a little bit and bring them back later on?
You don't think it's too early to destroy Imperium? They even won the tag team champions.
I mean, the Bash at Berlin coming up next year, maybe they'll keep them until then.
I mean, really, I don't see a reason to split them up.
Why does every faction or tag team have to break up?
I do it.
Yeah, but it's too early.
That doesn't break up.
They've always got the sow the seeds of dissension and doubt, and I'd rather them not do this. I feel like they're more important to the tag division. You need solid teams, and they are a good team. There's no reason to break them up. There's zero reason to do it.
We need more bro relationships on television that don't break up. Men don't always have to fight each other. It doesn't always have to end in conflict. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, it can be a rad bromance. It's
maybe at Bash in Berlin they won the belts.
That's another thing that also with the IC title, I think when the Judgment Day lose his titles, the tag team division will have a new era with all these new tag teams, and also that's split the belts and more time like today with DIY and the other tag teams.
That's what we need to do. Split the belts.
Split the belts and new title belts.
Yeah.
Give us belts, not pennies on belts.
They look bad for years.
They look bad
for years.
2011? No.
I think the copper top penny belts
2011
made their debut I think Tyson Kidd and
Yeah.
E.H. Smith. Bret Hart presented them, and Bret looked disappointed handing those belts to them. But they've looked bad for a real long time.
Because the belts from his era look so nice.
Yeah.
Those ones were nice.
But they even look worse with now the red and the blue.
Yeah. They look cheap. They don't look like
cheap.
world titles. Like first of all, they should be gold of some type, not silver. It makes them look secondary. It's been bad for a while. Yeah, it's not a good design. It's too large. The faceplate's too big and round. They need a rebuild.
I love the titles for the Ruthless Aggression era.
Honestly, what also kind of throws me off is the Velcro straps. What's up with that?
I don't think I even noticed that. It's Velcro?
Me too. Yeah, it's Velcro, but for all the titles.
I don't think it's for all the belts. I think it's for some.
As a big belt mark, I will say that everyone hates the Velcro straps.
Yeah,
it's apparently a necessary thing. It's not like a new thing either. It's been around. Like Randy Savage had a winged eagle that had a Velcro strap on it.
Wow.
Like this goes way back. It's just people have different size waists, and it costs more to make them a new belt than it is to put a piece of Velcro on it.
Right.
You know how that is.
Oh, Morty Seinfeld would not approve.
For
my Seinfeld fans out there, you all know that Morty Seinfeld hates Velcro. Threw away a wallet because it had Velcro. Anyway,
we're going old school.
38. I love Seinfeld.
Didn't they do a reboot of that? Oh, Frasier.
No.
Frasier.
Frasier has a new one.
Frasier.
No. But after that match, before the main event, which we've covered, we had a quick backstage segment with the Judgment Day, in which we established that JD McDonough, who, anyone knows he looks kind of like Farquaad from Shrek.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't unsee it now. I hate this.
The man, he's such a good wrestler, and I am in no position to ever, criticize how anyone looks, but the man's got a big square jaw, and his head just looks slightly too big for his body. But yeah, he's got some Farquaadishness to him for sure.
I'm gonna watch Shrek now. Thanks.
Thanks.
No, I get it.
But yeah, they established that he's still in the group for now.
Yeah.
And again, they kind of played up the tension between Mommy and
Daddy.
Priest. No, Daddy is
I know.
We established
Daddy's home.
I wanted you to say it.
Daddy's jacked, but I don't think Daddy's as jacked as AJ Styles. I know this is Raw talk, but holy shit,
AJ Swoles.
AJ, the phenomenal AJ Styles. He is ripped.
Yeah.
Like, he's like 46 years old. He has no business being that built still. Like,
he looks like the dad who just broke up with his wife and he's on a rampage after all the exes.
Yeah.
Who touched my daughter? Like, that's what he looks like right now.
But they were further. I digress. They were furthering the tension between Priest and Rhea as kind of who's the leader of Judgment Day.
Are we gonna start suddenly calling Damian Priest mommy too?
Inevitably, Dirty Dom and Rhea are going to split. Will Dom find a new mommy?
The thing with Dom and the North American Championship is gone. No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Dragon Lee, who is a SmackDown wrestler, but is now defending the title. I really hope they get that on someone else in NXT, but that'll be a discussion I'll probably have a little bit of tomorrow night.
Oh my God, this is tomorrow podcast.
But the thing that he was a worry about what's gonna be with Judgment Day when he lose the champion.
And they really haven't made a big deal about it. They've barely even
addressed
it.
They forgot
last week,
they forgot everything.
They're just kind of moving on there. But gentlemen, before we head into our jobbers and megastars of the night, was there anything else that you wanted to mention or bring up about tonight's show?
I'm just glad the belts moved, the tag belts. That's all I'm gonna say.
The women's tag belts.
Yeah. It's on an actual team now.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I hope this is a good shot in the arm for the division, which I think it will be.
For me, I'm sorry, but now I am a great fan for Ivar.
He just hates
Ivar.
Yeah.
All right. So, gents, let's roll into this. We will do our as our weekly tradition of the jobber of the night. Who would like to take the lead on this week?
Yeah, I want to say, jobber of the night, of course, my favorite WWE superstar of all time, Ivar. they don't know what to do with Ivar, and he's just wrestling with ex superstar every single week. So he's my jobber of the night.
I don't know who to pick, honestly. That's a tough one because there's a lot of things that happened tonight that were kind of jobberish, but like not too much. But I guess just for right now, maybe I will just go with Eduardo and just say the same thing. Not the same speech, but I'll agree with him.
Ivar, sorry, Ivar.
Yeah, he's I really would like. I want to say someone other than Ivar, but again, it's just like people don't care. They don't care. Ivar, I'm sorry. You're a really great wrestler, but
you could say he got the 1, 2, 3 for the votes from the table.
Yeah, it's a unanimous jobbering this evening for Ivar,
and
he won the match. That's the thing. The jobber of the night won his match. It's just,
but we really don't care.
No, and people were into Tozawa. People like Tozawa. People like Alpha Academy in general.
Yeah,
it's, they're fun to cheer. They're entertaining. Maxine needs some work in the ring, but they're entertaining. And Tozawa's good. And I think people, were hopeful during that match. I think there were some spots where they thought, hey, maybe he'll pull it out. But no, Ivar jobber of the night, despite winning the match. On to the megastar of the night. And gentlemen, I have to say, my megastar of the night is The Miz.
Oh my God. Awesome.
Awesome. Yes, awesome indeed. I thought I said this earlier. I thought The Miz looked phenomenal in that match with Gunther tonight. And I think he really just went into a different gear with his in-ring style. He was wrestling much more physical. He came across serious. And I think it's nice to see that The Miz can do something that's more serious, even while still being The Miz. He's always going to be The Miz no matter what he does. But yes. I thought he looked great tonight. And, this is the type of match that could put him back into contention for world title matches. Not winning the world title, but being a believable, program for, whomever holds the title going forward. And I think he's working as a face. The crowd is into The Miz. They're behind The Miz. And I thought he was awesome tonight. And The Miz is my megastar of this evening.
I have 4 men in the megastar of the night. So I will start. First, we have R-Truth. I think he's the most entertaining superstar today. I love when we see every time R-Truth. So he's my megastar of the night. Second megastar of the night, Cody Rhodes. I know he only do a little appearance today, but when he show up, the people love Cody Rhodes. I love Cody Rhodes and the Creed brothers. I love this idea of like a fanboys about Cody Rhodes. No, that's my second megastar of the night. And the other two, of course, the Creed brothers. I think that now they are the stars of the tag team division, the true tag team division, because the Judgment Day doesn't count. So they are the true now stars of the tag team division. So they are my megastar of the night.
Excellent.
Honestly, I'm gonna sound like a broken record on the first one, but R-Truth was pretty bitching tonight. That was a pretty sweet segment. It was short, but it was sweet. It wasn't like a bunch of rambling. It was straight to the point. I have technically 2, but like it's more so 2 like contenders to be, if we could like throw 2 names, I guess. One is kind of to borrow from yours, Tyler, and it's The Miz, but with Gunther, because that was a hell of a match, especially for the IC belt. Where's he going to go from there? We don't know. We got to wait 2 weeks to find out what the hell's going to happen next. But that match, to quote both of you guys or to quote anybody else, physical, out of his reach, out of his zone he usually goes through. And it was just a good, was it 20 minutes? No, 15 minutes.
No, I think they
they gave him a little bit.
Here. I think they went 21.
21.
It was definitely a long match, but they gave him some time to dance and they gave him time to actually, dare we say, destroy each other, because those chops they did. And of course, like you said,
21 minutes. They went 21.
And of course, the one thing that Eduardo's going to see later is the second rope skull crushing finale. That was pretty bitchin'.
Yeah, great.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect to see that. That was pretty cool. And then, of course, dare I say, throw these 2 out in the open, because they did, is Chance and Carter for winning their belts tonight. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah,
because I was watching that whole match and I was like, dude, like they're going back and forth, and then all of a sudden, was it Katana got put upside down, throwing around 360, take your pick, and they hit their 2. What is it? The keg stand and after party.
Yeah,
they're 2 finishers. Like those were pretty sick, especially considering what's like her background's like gymnastics or some jazz like that. So yeah, those people are what I'd consider the jobbers of the night. No skipping.
No skipping. Tag team championships looks much better than for the men.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Eduardo's completely 100% right. Those belts actually, like, I mean, we're dudes, but like I would go after those belts before I go after the main belts of tag teams. So
they look nice. They look like championship belts.
They look like something you'd want to hold up in the air and be proud of.
Yeah.
Not go cool.
Woo. Tag belt.
Yeah. Right. Thanks, guys. I got a belt.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it has been fantastic here. We'll kind of go around for our sign off. For Dirt Sheet Radio, I am Tyler, the Pro Wrestling Hipster, at PW Hipster on Twitter, on Threads, on Instagram. The Pro Wrestling Hipster on Facebook. Finally got a page set up, so come give that a follow and a like. I appreciate that. I will be back tomorrow night for the NXT Rewind. And unfortunately, gentlemen, we won't be here next week for Raw.
Why? Why would that be?
We have vacations.
Why? Why would that be?
It will be Christmas Day, and Raw will not be new that night. They're going to have a best of show, so we won't be back here for Raw for 2 weeks. We'll be back for actually New Year's Day for day 1, which should be a pretty good show. It's going to be a pretty big card, I think. But but I'll be back tomorrow night. And gentlemen, Eduardo, when will we see you next? And where can we find you?
Well, also you can find me every day on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Threads, no X, no Twitter, sorry. And also every single Monday night on here in Dirt Sheet Radio. Thank you all. Thank you all for having me here, and a great show tonight.
And of course, I'm coming in last, as you can see. Or is it here? Here? No, here. There we go. Yeah, it's always I'm at NoobTube on social platforms. I'm not going to use all 45 descriptions because there's way too freaking many anymore. I'm always here with these 2 gentlemen doing the Monday night review, and I will be doing the Dynamite review on the Wednesday. And there we go. Tyler pointed out earlier, we won't be here next week. We'll be having vacation time. We got one of those vacation things. Don't tell our boss. And yeah, I guess you could say to you guys, Merry Christmas to everyone that's watching, or whenever you're celebrating.
Yeah,
Happy New Year. I know.
But thank you. We'll see you all. Yeah. We won't talk again until next year, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
Next year.
But hey. Want to give a thanks to everyone out there that watches us live, and of course on delay on all the various platforms that we are posted on, YouTube, Facebook, X, all that good stuff. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you back here in 2 weeks for Raw Day 1. Have a wonderful night for Dirt Sheet Radio. Thank you guys so much. Hi. Merry Christmas, everybody.